Hey everybody, this is Colemander. Just make sure for this type of video, you could either watch it, you could throw it up in the background. Just make sure you go ahead and listen to it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you guys everything, all the news, all the information, everything that's going on with the PS5 right now. I'm super excited for this thing to drop this year. Let's get it. Yeah.
Sony always wins.
Alright guys, PlayStation is back, bro, after this long hiatus waiting for information. After the disappointment of the last PlayStation and Sony conference with the tech, the specs, and the snoozing, the snoring. We're finally back with some new information. So many games got announced. The controllers are being showed off right now. The actual look of the console. The console's looking sexy, alright? The white. I just want to go from the top because there's a lot of stuff to go over. So let's start out with numero uno. Alright, we got GTA 5 enhanced version coming to the PS5 in 2021. Alright. GTA 5, you know, it's on every single console. It's on everything except Nintendo Switch. The information that we've been given about GTA 5, so there's going to be an enhanced version like they've been saying, you know, you've seen it with Xbox where they're saying, alright, there's going to be better looking versions that are going to come out on the PS5 specifically, like it'll look better than on your Xbox One. So that was announced. Also GTA 5, I believe they're doing some other things for just the PS4 versions of the game, where you're going to be able to get money every single month or week. I believe it's every month, like $1 million in GTA 5 money every single month. And they're going to be doing that up until the release of the games on the PS5. The GTA 5 online is also going to be for free on the PS5 when that comes out. So that's really, really cool for all PlayStation Plus users during that time. They didn't give a specific date or anything like that, but we do know it's coming 2021. The next thing up on the list is something that had me lit, bro. I heard Sasuke's voice in the background and I immediately knew what was up, bro. I was like, Spider-Man 2? But in all reality, I don't think it's Spider-Man 2. I think it's just going to be a Spider-Man DLC. It's Spider-Man Miles Morales coming holiday 2020. In all honesty, this game is just looking, or not this game, but this DLC is looking really cool, bro. I'll just be honest with you. I didn't play the other DLCs for this game, but the fact that you get to play as Miles Morales, I imagine it's going to attract a lot of people to come back to the game, especially with Miles Morales being so popular in comics and just even in pop culture at this point. You know, we already had Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, we had Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And now we get to have a game where we get to play as the black suited Spider-Man, bro. The real Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Who the villain is for this, we don't really know yet. His suit was falling off electricity, but we don't know who the villain's gonna be yet. So we'll see. Next up, we have Gran Turismo 7. It's a racing game. I think that's all that needs to be said. Basically, you know how these racing games go. They're just trying to make the game look as good as possible, run as good as possible, have decent controls for people to play online, and the cars look amazing. You know, that's the entire point of racing games. I've never really been a huge racing game fan. I mean, I saw like Need for Speed when I was younger and everything like that. But, you know, it does look good. The graphics are looking pretty good, you know, so we'll give that to them. Next up, we have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And it seems like there's like this whole... I've never been a Ratchet and Clank kind of person. I don't really even play platformers that often. But I'll be honest, man, this game did look pretty good. The fact that there's just so many particle effects, it looks so fluid. I mean, it did look a little fuzzy. And I don't know if that was the capturing software, if that was just the way that the game looks now, because it is, I don't think it's coming out this year. I don't think they said it was coming out this year. But I don't know if that's just the way it looks because it's like in pre-beta or pre-alpha or whatever. But the game did look really fluid. There was a lot of stuff happening on the screen and there was no frame drops or anything. It just did look a little fuzzy as far as the graphics went. It looks good. I think a lot of people are going to be excited for it. And yeah, I don't know, man. I might have to pick this one up. I might have to pick it up. Next up, we have Stray. And it appears that Stray is coming out in 2021 as well. I had to go back and rewatch the trailer for that one. But it appears as though Stray is going to be a game that follows a cat in a human society, not a human society, a society without humans. Mainly, you're going to be dealing with robots. And it appears that the cat's the only thing that's not robotic in the society. It's one of those abstract kind of games. Could it be good? It could be, man, but I don't know. It seems very ambitious as far as just being way out there, a lot different than a lot of games that you're seeing right now. I don't know, man. It appears that all the humans died out straight up. That or the robots took over. I don't know yet. That's probably what it's gonna be. It seems like a very light-hearted game on the surface, but I feel like there might be a little bit of darkness, a little bit of depth later on that's layered under the happy-go-lucky looking city. You know, the next game, bro, this Project Athia. Bro, Project Athia, I don't even know what it is. This game just looks so clean. I might have to watch the trailer again, bro. The trailer for this game, man, I'm telling you, this game is going to be flames when it comes out. I don't even think they gave a release date or anything for it, bro. The fact that there's going to be dragons and wolves and all this other stuff, and you seem to have powers, and the game has great graphics, kind of gives me like a Shadow of Mordor vibe, and like they kind of mixed that with like some crazy stuff, man. Like I'm watching the trailer right now, man. This game, it looks great. She has like some X-Men powers. Like the game just looks beautiful. Gameplay itself, it looks like you're gonna be able to have a lot of different powers, man. The fact you're gonna be taking on these giant like demons, bro. I just hope it comes out. It cannot come out soon enough, bro. This game looks great. On the next one, we're going to be talking about Returnal. And Returnal, there were a lot of these little, it's a loop kind of game where, you know, you're going back and you're doing stuff over and over again. The lady, you know, she's in space and she goes down, and it's like, it's the crash, the attack, and when I died, and then there was the crash, the attack, and then I die, and it's a crash and attack, and I die. And every single time I come back, the plan is different than I remember it. It has that whole uniqueness in the fact that every time you spawn, there might be a different type of you're gonna be in a different setting, right? And the fact that that's like the case is so cool. I don't know if it's gonna be randomly generated, like it's gonna be Diablo dungeons or anything like that. I doubt it's gonna be on that scale, but it's probably gonna be at least a couple of worlds that you cycle through. They showed at least 3 or 4 of them off in there, but yeah, man, I don't know what to say. Like this game it looks cool, you know, it does look pretty cool, but I don't know, man. These types of loop games, I don't know how well they typically do, but normally they're not for me, bro. So we'll see. The next game that they're talking about is Sackboy: A Big Adventure, man. All right. And I played a couple of these games before. I played a little bit, you know, the demos on the PS3. You remember back in those days, bro. This game used to have one of these games used to have a demo, but they're really fun, especially like multiplayer and everything like that. Seems like there's going to be 4-player co-op, so I'm glad to see this being continued by companies. You know, you don't really see that often nowadays, where you're going to have the co-op feature where you can be with like your family or people that are near you, and you guys can all just get down and play together, right? I mean, there's other games like Call of Duty where stuff like that happens, right? But games like this where you can play like an entire story mode together, that's kind of a rarity nowadays. It's kind of sad to say that, you know, because I know we all grew up back on our PS3s, PS2s, playing these games together with our friends and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just glad to see that they're doing something like that. It's a really cool, it seems like one of those platformers, because the thing that drives platformers, you know, at least in my opinion, is the creativity and the liveliness of the world, and how much you can be like, wow, what can I do, and how much stuff can I interact with, and in what ways can I interact with it, and how does that affect the rest of the world. That's what a platform means to me, right? And it seems like it's got a lot of energy, a lot of charisma, it has a lot of personality, and it has a lot of uniqueness with it. So I do think that this game could end up being really, really cool, man. I just hope so. I hope that it ends up being fun, you know, because a lot of the time platformers can be kind of not samey necessarily, but they can kind of miss what you're going for, you know, and that really does suck. So the next game caught me by surprise, bro. Destruction All Stars, man. Like, this game has Rocket League, Mario Kart vibes, man. I'm telling you, it's like a kart racer, but then you get to go and you get to fight other people off, crash into them, take out their cars. They gotta get out. Next thing you know, they gotta be over here pulling matrix moves, getting out of places, making sure you can dodge over cars, taking other people's cars. Like, it has a lot of personality, man. I'm telling you, this game could be the next Rocket League. Maybe not competitively, but it could be the next step forward in a genre like that, where it's not just a racing game, man. You're playing with cars, but you're being destructive with them. And the fact that it seems like this is going to be taking the amount of destruction that is going to be in the game to a higher level than there is even in Rocket League. And this game is like all about, all right, let's take them out. Let's take them out. And the fact that it gives me like very Nintendo-esque vibes, and that's really cool to me, bro. It does, in my opinion, a chance to be the next Rocket League, man. A cheap game that comes out, it's fun, bro. Make it $20-$30 at release, it's a wrap, bro. This game's gonna blow up. The next game was Kenna Bridge of Spirits, and this came from actually not even a game company, but a film and animation company. And already, they may not have game experience, bro, but if they can make good games, and this game does look pretty cool, man. It kind of gives me, because it is an animation studio, it just kind of gives me very Pixar, Disney vibes, when you see that type of game and like the way that the world looks. And whenever you have an animation style that looks kind of like some Tangled, some Frozen, it makes you really think more like, it makes you get more, kiddish, man. It makes you remind you of like these really big movies from your childhood and everything. And I think that if they could make some really cool games, even if they're not necessarily a gaming company, that they're welcome to stay, man, in the community. Because in all honesty, all we want is good games. Make this game good. It does look really cool with the whole like the little black creatures following you, man. I thought that was really cute, man. Like if they can play on that Disney aspect of having like the really cool world, it looks really beautiful. There's really cute stuff that's going on that's like very child friendly, but it also makes adults be like, wow, this is so cool, man. This is amazing, right? Please bring that to the table, man. I'm rooting for these people, bro. I'm rooting for these people. The next thing we have coming out here is Goodbye Volcano High, man. And I don't know, man. This game, it doesn't even seem like a game. This is like anime, bro. This is dinosaur anime. It's coming out in 2021, man. I don't really know what else to say. They didn't really show gameplay necessarily, but then again, I don't even know what gameplay for this game would even look like, because then again, it really does just look like they made a dinosaur anime. I was like, bro, they better make a TV show like they did with that Ubisoft conference like last year or whatever. But I don't know, man. It seems a little iffy, man. I don't really know if this game is gonna be that great or not. I mean, it could be some like weird like Japanese dating stuff. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's my cup of tea, and it seems like a very niche game. Like I don't really know too many people who play this game, right? But maybe the market's out there, bro. Maybe it's out there. The next thing to look at is going to be Oddworld Soulstorm, and this kind of gave me Destroy All Humans vibes, just in the way that they look. I've never played these games before, but I did hear that they are a series, man. And I'll admit, the whole alien comedy factor, I kind of mess with it. The fact that it seems like you're gonna be trying to escape this place with a bunch of other slaves and stuff like that. That's I don't know, man. It's a cool plot, Be like, hey, let's all stick together. You're probably gonna have a lot of friendship and everything in that group. You're gonna feel very attached to the other characters. I hope there are other characters specifically that you get attached to. But it looks like it's just going to be, for the most part, a bunch of blank slate characters that you're going to be ordering around to do stuff so you can accomplish things and get through puzzles and all that type of stuff. The next game that there was, man, there's so many different games in here, but the next game was Ghostwire Tokyo, man. Ghostwire Tokyo, at first I was like, man, this game it's looking a little strange out here, with third person and everything like that. And then you had the trailer zoom into the first person. It was like, shoo, and you were like, oh shoot, all right, bro, let's go. And then they start fighting. They're throwing out fireball jutsus, They're throwing out the fireballs, man. They're having all these different abilities and stuff pop off. The particles are everywhere, man. I'm telling you, they're like grabbing holes inside their chest, taking them out, man. I'm telling you, the violence in this game, I wouldn't necessarily say it's visual, but it's very violent, man. It's very like you feel it, whenever somebody's getting attacked, bro, you feel that attack, and it's like, man, I did that, let's go. I think it's gonna be very interesting. The thing is, though, to me, is that it didn't have a lot of I don't know, like I saw a lot of the same abilities happen. I saw the fireball come out multiple times. I saw other abilities happen multiple times. and it makes me wonder what exactly they're gonna do to add on to the game. Like, obviously they didn't show off everything, right? But I hope that there is more than just like the basic fireball and the basic electric attack and the basic, hey, let's do this type of attack, the basic melee attack. You know, I hope there's more to it. I hope they get some more creative. I hope they get more creative with it and everything like that. So I don't know, man. It looks like it could be pretty cool, but at the same time, I do see a lot of samey elements already just from looking at the trailer, man. But yeah, that's Ghostfire Tokyo. The next game is Jet the Far Shore, and I don't know, this game really felt like they were trying to do No Man's Sky, but I don't know, it was like No Man's Sky, but it felt a little bit different. They didn't really show off like the planets and everything. Like No Man's Sky has like, you know, the ever-changing planets. If you go to a new planet, it's completely randomly generated. You're gonna have a bunch of... But the game, I don't know, man, it seems really bare bones to me, man. I don't mean to hate on it or anything, but it does seem very bare bones, and it is gonna be a PS4. I don't know if it's gonna be PS4 or not PS4. I don't know if it's gonna be a PS5 launch title or anything like that. It does say holiday 2020, and it does appear that the PS5 is still coming out in 2020. Sony's been saying that throughout this entire press conference. So could it be a launch title? I don't know, but it is definitely coming out this year is what they said. So not a game that I'm willing to pick up, and in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be a game that a lot of people are going to pick up, man. It just looks very bare bones, but it is coming out this year in case you do want to pick up something like that, man. I don't know. The next game is called Godfall, and apparently this got announced before. I didn't even know that. I didn't remember it, but the gameplay with Godfall, the issue I have with it is they're showing off these different characters, right? And they're talking about you have to upgrade your armor and everything like that, right? But the issue I had with it was that a lot of the combat seemed so samey. Like, we saw the one dude with the really long hammer. He did that one combo like at least 6 times in the trailer, and I was like, y'all gonna give him anything different to do? Like, are we gonna have more classes? What's gonna go on with that? And it appears that whenever you upgrade your armor, that's when your combos and your abilities and everything changes. And it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. But the fact that they didn't do that till like the very end of the trailer, I don't know, it was very weak. It seemed like it made the combat seem very weak the entire time through. Like it was gonna be very basic and everything like that. And that's not what you want to come off as whenever you're playing the game, especially whenever we're watching your gameplay for the very first time, right? And combat's the main focus of the game, and it looks very basic and plain. Like, don't know about that one, Chief. You know, but I don't know, man. This game, it looks, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a bust. You know, I'm trying to be honest in what I think. I don't know. Maybe it could turn out and be good. Who knows? But it's coming off like it's about to be a bust, bro. So the next game was Solar Ash, man, and I'm telling you, Solar Ash, I'm loving the art style, man. I'm loving everything about it. It's coming from the same people that made Hyper Light Drifter, and I'll be honest, it does have the same art style and everything, but I think that it looks so very, very cool. The game is beautiful. What exactly the combat entails for us, or what necessarily the story comes up with, I don't really know, man. But I do like the whole skating aspect, man. I thought that was so cool. The character, I think the lead character's design, she looks really, really cool, man. Like, I just hope that we get to go through in this game some beautiful scenes. Maybe we have a little bit of basic combat. I don't think that the combat's necessarily what makes this game, you know what I mean? I think it's the story that it tells, and how beautiful the world is, and how fun it is to go around this world. That's what this game is to me. So I think that it's nailing that right now. They just need to bring it home with stuff like that, you know. And I think this game will turn out really, really good. I don't know if they even gave, it's coming out in 2021. They didn't give a specific date, but I mean, hey, most of these games didn't get specific dates, so you know, we'll just have to wait and see. And the next game after Solar Ash, man, so we got Hitman 3, the end of a trilogy. Hitman has never been really my type of game. Like, if I'm gonna play a stealth game, I'm gonna play Assassin's Creed. You know, that's me. But I don't know. I know this game. I know Hitman gets a lot of hype. I know it's a really good game. and it does look like they're improving upon what was already there, adding more stuff for you to do as far as like the story. Hopefully the story turns out to be alright. I don't really know how well it turns out, but we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. And it's coming out in January 2021, so that's the only one that we have a decently solid date for. So the next game that came up was Astro's Playroom, man. And to be honest with you, Astro's Playroom, it's another one of those platformers. And I don't want to come off like I hate platformers, you know what I mean? But I just, when it comes to a platformer, I feel like it needs to be done extremely well for me personally to like it. And I think that those key aspects that I stated earlier, they need to appear. And I think that it actually does have a couple of those aspects as far as like the uniqueness, the overall like beauty of the world, how you're going to be able to interact with it. I think that they have those things on lock, man. PlayStation just needs to come out, because this is a PlayStation title, right? They need to come out and they need to have this game be beautiful, have the world be interactive, have this game be more than just, a basic platformer. The next game is Little Devil Inside, and this game was kind of unique, man. I'm telling you, it doesn't seem like it's a platformer. It seems like it kind of has like platform combat elements in a sense, but there's going to be a lot of variety in the world. That's great. There's going to be a lot of different types of enemies you're going to fight against, and there is some humor in the trailer. I did appreciate that, the whole poop joke and everything. Did appreciate it, but I don't know what else, man. Like this game, it looks really, I think it looks very, very unique, and I think the fact that it is so unique, it does seem like it does have a lot of love and a lot of passion put into it, and that's what you mainly want to have come across whenever you're selling to people. I don't know if it's going to be as good as that Oddworld Soulstorm is as far as comedy goes and everything like that, but I do think that the personality of the game is going to shine through, and I think that's when it's going to carry this game to the top. The next game, we've all been waiting for it, 2K21. Hey, can we get some applause in the back, bro? Applause in the back. NBA 2K21. Oh man, I'm telling you, I have not played a 2K game since like 2K17, and I don't feel bad about it whatsoever. It's the way that 2K continues to make these games look basic, but I will admit, the graphics on this game looking fantastic, bro. PS5 release on deck. But it does make me kind of question, are they gonna have, kind of weird, because I don't know if they're gonna do like a split release like they did with 2K14, where it's gonna come out on PS3 and then come out on PS5, or what's up with that. But it does seem like they are gonna wait a bit. I don't think they gave it like a specific date, but we know it is coming out in 2020, But I don't know, man. This game, it's NBA 2K. You know what to expect. Hopefully they do some improvements to other modes. Hopefully the game works on release. I heard 2K20 wasn't even working on release, but let's hope it works on release. So we don't have to wait a couple months, a couple weeks. Even the game should not come out unfinished, period. But that's just the way it works whenever you're working with games like NBA games, sports games. Those yearly titles that have to come out, like Assassin's Creed. The next game that's coming out is called Bug Snacks, and this is coming out holiday 2020. I don't know what to say. This game looks ugly. And I don't mean like ugly as in the art style, but I don't know what it is, man, but this game looks like a TV show I would see back in like 2007 on Nick Jr. or Nickelodeon, in the 3D models and everything. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like one of those old TV shows that's 3D and everything like that. That's what this game looks like to me. It looks like it came out on the PS3, the PS3, man. I don't want to say PS2. I don't want to hurt on them that bad, but it doesn't look that great to me. I like the fact that it kind of has like an Animal Crossing thing where you're like the mayor of a town, and maybe it's going to be an Animal Crossing-esque game. But I don't know, it didn't seem like they give that many details of it. There's character customization and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. It could be. But if you're already on a Switch, I'm gonna be real with you. You probably just gonna want to pick up Animal Crossing. You know, that's just how it is, man. The next game that we got coming out on PS5 is gonna be Demon's Souls, man. Demon's Souls. I heard it's a Dark Souls-esque game, and apparently it's gonna be a remake or a remaster of a very old, like, this is where Dark Souls originated type of deal, right? And I'll admit the graphics look amazing, the bosses look amazing, because that's what you want in these Dark Souls-esque games. You want the bosses to be very intriguing as far as the battles. You want them to look amazing, and you want them to be like, whoa, I want to fight that thing, I want to beat that thing because it looks powerful, but I'm stronger. Okay, you can't stop me. It stopped me a couple times, that's why I can't play Dark Souls, bro. But I don't know, this game, it's like a Dark Souls-esque game, and I think they have the bosses on lock. I think the world looks amazing. I think the game actually was really, really good, and it had a lot of fans. And I heard they shut down the servers like a year ago. And here it comes a year later, in like updated HD, not like 1080p. The textures look a little crusty, but it does look good, man. It does look good. I think it's gonna be successful. The next game that we got coming out on PS5 is Deathloop. Alright, Deathloop is going to be another one of those looping-esque games. I talked about how there's another one in here. This is it, man. It seems like it's going to be a lot, as I said earlier, it seems like it's going to be a lot more samey than that other game was, where you're going to come back to playing. It's going to be different every single time. This one seems like, it didn't make it seem like there's going to be very much variation at all. Like it said, there are 8 people you got to take out, and there's going to be that one other girl that, is going to try to hunt you down and kill you. And then you just gotta run through like mansions and all this other stuff in order to take out all these people, so you can kill all these 8 people, so that you can finally escape this place, so you don't die, so you don't have to restart all over and everything like that. And in all honesty, I don't know how successful these types of games are. As I said earlier, I don't really know how successful these types of games are, or what the core audience is, or people who even play games like this, right? But the fact that this game seems so samey to me, and the fact that it we know with recent Bethesda releases, they've kind of been letting people down, not gonna lie. They've been letting them down, but I don't even have to sit here and talk about Fallout 76. We already know what happened to that one. Y'all remember the Battle Royale? I don't. Anyways, so oh Lord, y'all remember the Battle Royale? I don't. But I don't know, man. This game, I hope it's good. I don't want any of these games to be bad. I really don't. But it's the fact that I don't know. I don't see it, bro. I do not see it at all with this game, and I hope that I'm wrong with that. But this game, I don't even know like what level of customization there is, and like the guns that you get. It seems like there are a lot of different weapons, but how are you gonna unlock those weapons and all that stuff that I want to know? They didn't bring it up at all, so we'll see. But as of now, it looks pretty basic. Okay, so the next big one, this is they were kind of hitting it off at the last bits, bro. Like these last couple ones, they seemed they were pretty cool, even though one of them was a little weird. I'll admit it was a little weird. We didn't really know exactly what was going on. They were still pretty fire, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the first one of those is gonna be Resident Evil 8 Village, coming out in 2021, man. I don't know what else to say, bro. Like this game, like I'm not a person who plays horror games. But it's the fact that this game, it looks graphically pleasing. It seems like there's gonna be a lot of different parties and people that you're gonna have to deal with. It looks like there's like a witch lady, a werewolf, some dude with sunglasses and a hat. They all look like fiends. They all look like problems. And we don't deal with no problems over here. Okay. So, I don't know. Like the thing is with this game, I don't exactly know what makes up Resident Evil games, because I said I haven't played them before, right? But it seems like it's getting a lot of positive feedback. The chat was going crazy whenever it was showing up. So I'm glad to see that they are getting something new for Resident Evil 8. I think 7 came out 2-3 years ago now, but it does seem like it's gonna be a really cool game, and I do hope that it is very successful, because I heard the last one wasn't that great. So not Resident Evil 7, but the last Resident Evil like remake-esque thing they put out there was not that great. That's what I heard. Anyway, that's what I heard. I didn't play anything. I can't confirm that statement or not, but it did look kind of clean. Okay, this one did look kind of clean, but the last one not too clean. Okay. The next game was Pragmata, and this was was one of those unique, very strange looking games, but you know, it does have a lot of creativity with it. It seems like the girl in the trailer, okay, so it seems like there's these people who are in these Destiny Hunter-esque suits, you know, with these armors, and there's this dude on Earth, and he's going around, he like throws some powder up in there, he's like, phew, you know, shoots out, and then a bunch of like traces of this girl pops up, and the girl's there, and there's a holographic cat, and they gotta get out of there, you know, off planet Earth, and then all of a sudden they're getting attacked, bro. It's like, what the, and then they gotta get out of there, and the girl in this, she kind of reminded me of that girl from My Hero Academia. I can't remember what her name is. I think her name is Eri, the girl who has like turn back powers. That's what she reminded me of. But they're over here, she like literally charging them up, bro. She did that whole thing that she would Deku in the fight with what's his name. Anyway, the point is, right, is that it looks like it's gonna be really, really cool, you know. I think that it really depends on what they do with this game, because we're not given a whole lot of context because it wasn't a gameplay trailer or anything like that. But you know, you have to derive what you can from this, and it seems like you're gonna be on a trip with her and everything together, trying to get off of planet Earth to the moon. It seems like where she's at. Also, she's not wearing a helmet. Can we point that out real quick? She wasn't even wearing a helmet, and she was on the moon. Can we say something about that? But it just seems like she's gonna be so like, you guys, your relationship with her is gonna be so pivotal to the story, and you know, the more tightly knit the characters are and the stronger connection your character has with them, the more connection you're probably going to have with them. And that's really important as far as making memorable games and making the story, everything stand out from a lot of the other competition, you know. So I do have best wishes for this game. I do hope it turns out pretty good. It has very it's very mysterious right now because we don't know exactly what's going on with it, but you know, hey, it is what it is. The next thing I think there is to talk about is the last game that they really went over, and that's Horizon Zero Dawn 2, aka Horizon Forbidden West. And Horizon Zero Dawn was a very cool game. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I did end up dropping it once you know, Breath of the Wild came out, but that's besides the point, you know. That's besides the point. The game was good for the time that I was playing it, okay? It was a lot of fun, but then Breath of the Wild came out, and we all know what happened when Breath of the Wild came out. Literally everybody stopped, you know. The Switch was out here selling millions in like a week, you know. It was crazy. Like, I think there were literally more copies of Breath of the Wild sold than actual Nintendo Switches were sold, because of the fact that, you know, the Nintendo Switch was like very scarce for a long time. It still might even be somewhat scarce, bro. That's what I heard. All right, but yeah, I hope that the game, you know, it comes out just as good as the last one, you know, because the last one did get a lot of critical acclaim. It was really, really good. It was like PlayStation's version of Breath of the Wild, you know, more story driven, less creatively focused type of game, if you want to get a description of it. But the combat was really cool, you know. It did. I just hope that this game does turn out really well, because the last one was really good. I enjoyed the time that I did spend with it, and maybe I'll even pick this one up, man. The graphics are always beautiful, and I think they just did a really good job with the last one, and I hope they do a really good job with this one. So thank you for listening to me talk about all the different games that came out, because we had a lot to go over. There's a giant list of PS5 games. They really came out, no holding back, no punches. Unlike the Xbox one, you know, Sony always wins, baby. Sony always wins. But hope that, in all honesty, the PlayStation 5 comes out and is good, and it doesn't cost $1,000. Let's be real here. They didn't say what the price was.